Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. I'm always on time. I just didn't feel like playing intro music today. It's like a mood thing, you know. Oh, another thing is I was able to dry my hair because what is it? No one was using the restroom. So that's why the hair is a little bit styled today. You could tell, right? Why is my hair low-key eating today? Thanks, girly. Thank you. It's kind of ironic. Basically, if I want to style my hair, I have to make it messy. I have to kind of give it a texture. I don't know how long it stays because I don't put sprays or anything like that because I literally go sleep right after this. Messy hair looks nice. Thank you, cuties. Me? How have I been? Nothing much. Nothing much. Nothing much. Write my essay. Girl, I'm not good at English. Looks good. Thank you, Strawberry. It's 8 p.m. for me. Like always. Let me take my anti-balding medicine. Oh, thanks for everyone saying you look cute, guys. You guys are the cute ones. What are you talking about? How are you guys all doing? I made myself a pho. You know, the Vietnamese noodle. I make them quite often. And I just made myself one. Obviously, it's not as good as the one that's selling out there, but yeah. It's pretty easy to make it. It's not too hard. I recently bought cilantro and some bean sprouts, so it was easy. But instead of beef, I eat chicken breast because I don't have beef. The chicken breast, you know, the pre-cooked thing that I've been buying. Oh,
Piplup spin.
thanks so much. Tupwok Letty. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for 2 months. You're slowly becoming a official homie. I mean, you are official homie, but after a few months up, that's when it's you're in the gang. How are you guys all doing? Me, let me think. My condition's kind of iffy. Did I tell you guys? I don't know if you guys all know about this, but I have a spine injury. And the condition of the day kind of changes. I guess it depends on the way I sleep or something like that. But yeah, so my spine is kind of hurting. But it's not as bad, so it's alright. I have a spine disease, so I look like I've been crying? What? What is it? If anything, I have a slight cold. Nothing too bad. Yeah, hope you feel better. No worry, guys. Thank you. Oh, for anyone who might not know, this is like a condition that I kind of have to live with. Does that kind of make sense? It's not something I could really get cured from. Yeah. Oh, I just realized I thought of a content for today. Yes. I think it's gonna be a fun content. Oh, why is the camera frozen? Oh. Oh, I thought the camera froze for a second. Why not just yap? No, it's gonna be yapping, but it's around the topic. Looks like your girl cheated? Who? How are you guys all doing? How are you guys all doing? What'd you guys eat today? I told you guys I ate some pho. What about you guys? Did I hear about Lino? What happened to Lino? I didn't hear about anything. What happened? Samich? What is samich? Is samich like a slang for sandwich? Am I not up to date? Ramen. I also ate ramen yesterday. Getting in and out. Ah. What else? What is pierogi? Pierogi? Chick-fil-A? I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a long time. Is he sick? Why is his nose so red? I think it's also the lighting. My nose is fine. I think it might be the lighting genuinely. Yeah. Picante de pollo. Pollo is chicken, right? From what I know. Chicken sandwich. I literally have a state test. Girl, don't even worry about state test. Why the lighting? Is the lighting too dark, guys? Should I make it a little bit brighter? Hair looks good today. Thank you, Farben. Thank you. I haven't said hi to, homies in a while. Let me just do a roll call. Hi, Sazia. Hi, Michaela. Hi, Shine. Hi, Cola. Hi, Wonyoungism. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Cece. Hi, Pink and Blue. Hi, Cereal. Hi, Amp. Hi, Becky. Hi, Ren. Hi, Ethan. Hi, TK. Hi, Cortina. Hi, Mochi. Hi, Stay Yomi. Hi, AK Yomi. Hi, Call May. Liv. Hi, K-pop dealer. Hi, Sassy. What's up? Hi, Maytram. What's up? Hi, Selena. Hi, Bangchan's laptop. Okay. Hi, Cola. Hi, Lele. Hi, Not Duck. Hi, Brownies. Hi, Nikki. Oh, what's up? Hi, Harper. Hi, Blueberry. Hi, Susan. Hi, Miss Emmy. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Nino. Hi, Robin. Hi, Moira. Hi, Huck. Yeah. Hi, Mara. Hi, Lino. Oh my gosh, guys, Lino's here. That's crazy. Hi, Miv. Hi, Jenny. Oh, extra deep today? The voice. I got conscious of the comment section telling me that I have a high voice, and I've been very conscious about that. I thought Hi guys. Hi, Strawberry. Hi, XOXO. Hi, Mana. Sorry if I missed a lot of people. Hi, Laurie. I know I probably missed like half of the chat. Hi, Kiwi. Hi, Emily. Your tongue hurts? What'd you eat? Hi, Vex. Hi, Park Jae-kyung. Hi, Christine. Hi, Vina. Hi, Wenzi. Hi, Loli. Hi, Yupper. What's up? What's up, yo? What's up, person? What's up? Hi, yo. Hi, Star. What's up, Hyo-sang? Hi, Izzy. Hi, Imoa. Why don't you say hi, everyone? That's not... That doesn't feel good. Doesn't it feel good when you actually get your name heard? There's a big feeling difference, isn't it? It's sort of like acknowledging your existence, kind. I mean, the good thing is that at least our stream, people don't ignore your chat. But sometimes in other stream, the streamer ignores you, and the other people in chat ignores you, and the feeling is, it doesn't feel that great. So, hi, Sabrino. Hi, Chungwon alcoholism, allocism. So, I mean, if I could, I would probably read every name possible. But hi, Garnet. Hi, Maddie. I also feel like if I sit here for 2 hours and read names. I mean, it's not gonna take 2 hours, but and then I clock out, you guys are gonna hate me. So yeah, that's why. That's why I do it once in a while. Exactly. I thought I had a low voice, but I guess not. I guess I have a Mickey Mouse voice. Oh, oh, thank you, Amp. Oh, you follow me on YouTube. I think there's a lot of newbies who came from YouTube recently. I'm very happy about that. What was that? My Mickey identity? When you did that, you sound like a whiny dog. It's a Mickey Mouse impression. So, have you guys not seen Mickey Mouse talk? I guess we're no longer in that generation. Yo, can I be your mini? That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not a bad pickup line. Yeah. What's today's content? Today's content is sort of something that everyone has been looking out for. Yeah. Do a Felix impression? No, apparently I mean, that gives ick to about 100 people here. So I try my best to never do it. You know, I used to do RM impression. I used to do RM impression, but people hate me when I do that. Please don't. Do it? Oh, I'm tempted. I want to hear it. You give me ick all the time, girl. I like RM, don't do it. I was able to charge it up. There's two versions. There's the interview version and there's the rap version. Girl, spare us. You always do a J-Hope impression. How do you do a J-Hope impression? Like, ha ha ha. Okay, this is mockery. Let me stop. It's getting into the level of mockery. So, sorry. It's hard. I'm very amazed at people who are able to do good impressions. Oh, the hooligan? That wasn't even a J-Hope impression. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys know? Are you guys able to do any impressions? What impressions can you guys do? JYP impression? You just have to miss some notes. Sweet dreams are made of these. What other JYP impression is there? Oh, I always do that thing. I never slept with the man. Yeah. You can do Felix impression? What? You did Donald Duck? Yo, you kinda look like JYP. No need to get personal. No need to attack me like that. You can make your voice go deep. I see. I can do Hyosang impression. I like young girls too. Actually, in my previous Hyomi's Got Talent, one of our Hyomi kids did a me impression. There has been several Hyosang impression. Yeah. You know frog impression? Guys, it's a joke, you know. Shring. What else? What's the deepest voice I can do? Like without making it unnatural. I think I could do voice. This is probably the lowest, but at the same time, for some reason when I speak in English, it's a little bit harder. 그러니까 이제 한국말로 하면 조금 더 편한데 이제 영어로 하게 되면 뭔가 발음의 차이가 생겨서. So when I do English, I don't know, maybe I think it sounds the same, but in my brain, I feel like I have to make English more dynamic. So, and I sound British a little. I think it's just a bad English accent. Stay speaking Korean. I mean, if I could, I would. Guys, I'm funnier in Korean. People just don't know this. You guys just don't know how funny I am in Korean. I have to have this language barrier that stops my amazing humor. What's the highest note I could do? I think it's like E or F, maybe G. Like 2 octave G. My range is really small, so yeah. I don't have a good range as a singer. I'm a Korean male, so I know it's not true. What is your No, I like this hairstyle. People keep saying it, it's Martin or Jun's hairstyle, but it's supposed to be sort of a Japanese hairstyle. Can you guys sort of feel it? Can you sort of feel the Japanese influence? Here's the thing, I swear it's not, the intention is not light Yagami, it's just, I just wanted to kind of remind of those Japanese rock stars. That was the intention. I get real excited when telling someone something. I get real southern. Southern? I mean, I am from Georgia. How y'all doing? The weather's nice out here. Oh, I lived in Georgia for 10 years. Why? I actually lived there for a while. We do not talk like that? What is it? No, they do talk like that. It's not too off, is it? I never heard howdy though. I don't really hear people saying howdy in Georgia. But like, everyone says, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? You sound Chinese, not country. No, in fact, did I tell you guys when when I first moved to America, because I had a ESL teacher who was a Southern lady. Her name was Miss Hendricks, and she had a thick Southern accent. So I ended up getting this accent that is mixed with my terrible Korean accent on top of that Southern accent. So I used to have a really, really weird English accent. Now, I still have it, but it's not as bad. But she had the thickest Southern accent, and I actually thought that's how English sounded like. She was a very sweet lady. Whenever I talk of this story, it always reminds me. There was a 4 kid in my class. It was me, my brother, and this siblings from Honduras. But I still remember their dad got caught speeding, and the police found out that they were illegal. So they got kicked out of the country. They got deported. This was when I was, barely early teens or something. So so I never, like, that's the first time I've seen someone get deported. Yeah. Miss Hendricks told us. I got so shocked. And you know what I thought, guys? Okay, I don't know if this sounds, I'm not trying to, well, at the time, I was in America's 5th grade, and I literally thought, in America, you could go to school even if you're illegal? Do you get what I'm saying? Well, what I mean by that is, I don't know if you guys noticed this. This is not me talking. I'm not trying to talk about the immigration system in America. I'm talking about in Korea, if you want to sign up for even League of Legends account, guys, even if you want to make any account, you have to literally put down every single information, like social security number, your date of birth, your everything. You have to literally input everything for you to simply sign up for Google or Amazon, or you get the idea. But in America, there's no centralized system, so they don't check if this person actually has the documents or not. Do you guys sort of see where I'm coming from? So in comparison to America, Korea, you register all fingerprints. I mean, America do too, but like, it's not, America's system is not combined. So in Korea, if you have your social security number, everything will show up. Your phone number, your everything. You could literally find everything. But in America, yeah, just by the fact, guys, I'm not trying to say this is bad, but in America, you know how even if you have green card, if you don't have the card, then you can't prove your status. And what I mean by that is in Korea, even if you don't have the card or whatever, if you just give them your number, they could find it in the system. But in America, sometimes those systems aren't set up well where you need a physical card or physical proof, or else you can't prove yourself. So I just thought, I don't know, sometimes the way American system works is, that's actually the reason why. Now I'm getting really social economic situation of the world. You know how in America, small crimes, you don't get caught with it? Police can't catch you doing small crimes. And it's not only just because you don't have a CCTV, but it's also because the system to find people is not as registered. So in Korea, not only do they have CCTV, but if they see your face, then you could narrow down and then find you. But in America, you can't really find that. So that's the part I don't like. I feel like the reason why the crime is common in America is probably because the system to find the criminal is very loose. Sorry, this went into a political economic state of the world. I literally have the title of the stream as like my bias in each group. but don't worry, we'll get into today's content as well. No, here's the thing. I don't really think it's because America's stupid. There's two reasons. Do you guys know why America doesn't have this? Number one is people oftentimes say it's because America has too many people. But you know what's funny? That's not true because China has more people than Korea, but their system is more systemized than Korea. So it's not a capability issue. It's because different country has different cultural mentality about their freedoms and how much power does government have. Basically, US people, American people are very sensitive about personal safety and privacy. So they don't like this idea where everyone is registered, everyone is data-wise or things like that. I'm very down for it, but in some sense, that's not too far from the communistic ideology. Well, actually, it doesn't have anything to do with communism, but when the government is stronger, yeah. Like, for example, have you guys read the book, what is it, what's the book name? 1974? George Orwell? You know the book that, I think it's like a middle school recommendation book, or high school. 1984, right. I get confused with the band 1975. 1984, George Orwell. Well, in the book, they talk about how in this dystopian world, everyone is registered on the system. And when I read the book, I was thinking, so you're not doing this in America? Like, what do you mean this is dystopian, you know? I thought this is what was supposed to happen. How are you supposed to find people? So if you read a lot of the Western movies or books, they always talk about how, oh, you're in the system and you're being rated by the system, which is ironic because in Asia, that's kind of a given. Or, do you guys know a book called The Giver? You might not be familiar with it. It's an old book. I think I read it in middle school or something. Well, there's a book called The Giver where it's a world without colors and the boys slowly discover. It's also one of those dystopian thing. And in the book, they mention how everyone turns into same age at January 1st. And I was thinking, yeah, like that's how Korean people count ages. Like, and they were like, oh, how could you do that? So everyone is same age. And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, they were like freaking out. So you don't turn older at your birthday. You turn older on January 1st. And I was like, okay. So you guys might be a little bit shocked when you come to Korea. When you come to Korea, you can't do anything as a foreigner. Well, you could do a lot of things, but like what I mean by anything is you can't make any accounts. You can't even sign up for McDonald's if you're not Korean. Did you guys know that? If you're in Korea and You don't have the registration. You need government ID. And then with government ID, you need to make your phone number. And with that phone number, you're able to make these iPins or verification apps. And then with those, you're able to sign up for what? A freaking McDonald's app. So, guys, you know how I'm Korean? I'm legally Korean, okay? My nationality is Korean. I couldn't sign up for McDonald's app in Korea, so I couldn't use the discount coupon. Because why? I didn't have all the necessary documents. So, because I didn't have the phone line, and I had to get a temporary document from the government, but even that didn't work. Anyway, so. But here's the thing. It's like, if you're just there as a tourist, then it doesn't matter. You could literally eat whatever you want and everything. The problem comes in when you start to live there. Do you guys see where it's coming from? So if you're spending money and having fun, you don't need to worry. None of that matters. But you can't use delivery app. So you can't use Uber Eats if you're not Korean in Korea. Why is it like this? Basically, you know how people leave hate comments on internet? I don't think I've ever seen people online getting sued from that. Wait, guys, just question. Do people in America get sued for comments they leave online? I don't think so, right? I don't think I've ever seen that. In Korea, you could get sued for online bullying, cyberbullying. Because why? When you leave things on internet, you have to connect your personal, identity. So if you leave a mean comment, then they could track you down and say, you left this comment, correct? Actually, I guess, this could be a fun YouTube shorts. So, did you know that in Korea, if you leave a hate comment, the police could track you down and then make you recite that in front of the victim? You know, not to hurt the victim, but like to prove that you're guilty, and you could get fined or you could even go to jail for it. Yes, because in Korea, we use this internet. Like, you're not anonymous on Korean internet, if that makes sense. Obviously, on the surface, there's a lot of websites that's anonymous, but if the governments or the police wants to find the criminal, then they could track it down. But in comparison to that, in America, you can't track that down because why? It's considered personal data. So on YouTube, even if you leave hate comments, I believe it's very hard to track that down. Yes. So, have you guys ever seen when idols companies say we're going to punish the people who are cyber bullying and things like that? That's how it works. The government asks the companies to give them the IP or the names of the people who left this hate comment. There was a YouTube channel who were repetitively leaving very mean comment over Jang Won-young. I don't know if you guys know Jang Won-young from IVE. And she ended up getting sued from the company and she had to pay a big fine. I don't know if she went to jail. Personally, I think they should do this more in America as well. They should cleanse the comment sections. Because a lot of times when I go on American internet, there are comments that are just unhinged. It's just wild, wild west. Because why? No one's gonna get sued. No one even thinks about that. The things that these people are saying are insane. You know what I find crazy is, okay, I see people leaving hate comments on Instagram or YouTube, but what I think is crazy is, can you guys believe there's people who sign up for Bubble or Weverse or some of these paid services to talk to idols and then they leave the hate comment there? Can you guys believe that? And it makes me think, what kind of a life and mentality do you have to be to pay a system for you to leave a hate comment? You spend money to hate? And I'm thinking, you really gotta find a job. You really need to find something better to do with your life. Because, yeah. And another incident that I found was funny was, as you guys know, who is the biggest K-pop group of right now? Just in the world, without doubt. The ones who's making most money, one that has most audience. That's BTS, right? Well, automatically, you know how there's a lot of people who hate BTS? I'm not even just talking about, I don't like their new song. That's not what I'm talking about. You know, there's those antis that dedicate their life towards hating BTS. You've seen some, right? Well, I thought it was funny where there was Jin, BTS Jin anti, who are hating so much on Jin. But realistically, do you think Jin has time to go through the Twitter timeline and search up the antis? And, like, these guys are way too busy for that. So what the company did was the company gathered up the hate comments and sued all of them. Everyone who was hating on Jin. And Jin came out onto one interview and said, "I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't even know you left a hate comment towards me, but now you're going to jail and paying fine for it." So it's like, why are they putting so much energy and money into hating someone? And Jin doesn't even realize. He's like, what? And these criminals are just getting sent to jails. Yeah. It's crazy. And also, you know how for BTS, their live stream chats move way too fast? So it's funny because even if there's hater, they want to type the hate comments in the live stream. There's too many fans that they can't even see it. They're like, they can't even find it. So, and here's the thing. I actually thought about this quite seriously, and it started to make me think, why do these people leave so many hate comments towards idols? I seriously thought about it, okay? What do you guys think the reason is? Have you guys ever left a hate comment? Because I have. I have. And I think I know what the mentality is. Do you know why these people leave hate comments? This is coming from my personal experience. It's not because they hate the idol. It's because they hate themselves. I'm being serious. It's you don't like your life so much. You're unsatisfied with the way you look, the way your life is, the way your career is, whatever it is. When you're so upset at yourself and when you're so mad at yourself, what happens is there's a defense mechanism where the reason why you're failing or things like that is your fault. I know that. Everything's my fault. But it's so stressful that I don't want to admit that everything is my fault. So there's this anger and upsetness that I'm supposed to be upset, but I want to direct it towards someone else. So that's why you end up leaving a hate comment. Not because you hate the person. They hate the person too, but like, they want to find someone else to hate on so that they don't have to hate themselves as much. Obviously, guys, the hate comments I left aren't even, it's not like terrible. It was something like, like, this music trash. But realistically, I left those comments because I thought my music was trash. A lot of the times when I say I don't like certain singers or I don't like certain musician, that's all speaking about myself. When I say, I don't like this idol singing, I'm talking about myself. It's because I don't like my singing. I hate on someone who has the same sort of a weak side as me. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Yeah. So, like, for example, another thing is, apparently the cuss word or insult that you use most often is the part that you have insecurity on. So if someone keeps making fun of someone else's mom or dad, there's a good chance that they don't have a good relationship with their mom or dad. If someone makes someone for being poor, then they have an insecurity about their financial situation. So, you guys know what one of my biggest insecurity was? One of my biggest insecurity, used to be that I didn't get into Harvard. So, whenever I used to insult people on League of Legends, I used to always insult their intelligence and the school they go to. Because why? Because that's the part that I felt like that hurted me the most. You know? Do you see where I'm coming from? It's like, I bet you didn't even go to good college. I bet. And you know what I also said? And then when I was in college, I started changing my insult to like, I bet you don't even have a good job. Like, I bet your salary is low. And I was talking about myself. It's all me. It's all me. You literally got into Harvard? That I only found out when I'm 26. So I didn't know about that. So that was my biggest insecurity for all my early 20s. Yeah. It's literally, guys, I don't know if you guys have watched my stream 5 years ago. I would repetitively mention the fact that I was waitlisted to Harvard. Because it was always on my mind. It was always sort of a lingering insecurity. Yeah. Revealing your age today? Oh. No, I'm not actually 26. I'm 21. Let me, I had to stop mentioning my age. Oh, I applied to Harvard for a music major. That's the one I got in for. So, I mean, realistically, I should have applied for math major. Then I probably didn't even have to get waitlisted. It was such a terrible idea to apply for music because all my awards were math awards. Anyway, it got a little bit sidetracked. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about people leaving hate comments towards idols. That's my personal thought. Have you guys ever left hate comments? Just curious. Be really honest. I know you guys aren't saints. I know you guys say trashy things. Be really honest. You haven't? Not even slightly? Not even throwing shade? Come on. You don't even throw shade? If so, then who did you throw shade to? I throw shade to Blackpink Jisoo. Because I feel insecure about my singing. You don't? Sure? You sure? Now I'm the bad one here. Why are you guys not exposing your all-day project? That makes sense. Here's the thing though. Can I say something? I also have been throwing some shade at all-day project, which I shouldn't be. But I just want to clarify myself. The reason why I dislike or I'm not a biggest fan of all day project is not because I feel insecure about the fact that one of the members is rich. It's just more for the fact that I don't really feel attracted to the members in comparison to the hype that they're getting, if that makes sense. That's the only reason. Yeah. Same thing with Cat's Eye. So I do throw shades here and there. Yes. But again, I know I shouldn't be doing this. This is just me being immature and yeah. How old is Hyo, like, for real? Like 21. You haven't seen a 21-year-old that look like this? You threw shade to Sunghoon? NF and Sunghoon? For what? For being too handsome? That man is like a statue. I mean, here's the thing. You always have something to hate on someone, so it makes sense. You know, can I be honest? Initially, I didn't really like Sunghoon. Do you know why? Because I thought he didn't smile enough. What I mean by that is, in a lot of the official interviews and things like that, you know how he has a very straight face? And I thought, why is that guy not smiling? But I realized it's not that he's not smiling. He has like a weird personality. He's a quirky boy, and no. And yeah, like I don't know. I thought he was kind of too serious in the beginning. Because I don't like someone who's too serious. Because it's like, are they trying to be nonchalant? But I realize he's not that type. He's definitely not that type. Yeah. Like a loud introvert? I think that's the right term for it. Who else? Let me think. I used to throw. I shouldn't do this. I think I'm gonna get hated. I used to throw shades on a lot of different celebrities. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be. But it was just, like I said, all projection and my insecurities. You get the idea. All right, all right. Should we get into today's content? What's on my necklace? Oh, it's I don't know what to call it. It's a pendant that one of the homies gifted me. I got it like a year or two ago. I got it a while ago. Yes. What are we doing? Oh, it's a content. It's a content. Well, it's a content, but here's the thing, guys. When I say content, it's not even a content. It's just yapping. You know what I mean? I always yap, but it's just that I yap about content. Came in at the wrong time? No. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. You don't like content? I apologize. I don't mean to disappoint. Wait, guys, did I take my anti-balding medicine? I might not even need an anti-balding medicine. I need a memory medicine. I can't remember anything. Jesus Christ. But all right. Let's get started with today's content. So as I make videos and as I do live stream, people always join our stream and say, Hyo-sang, who's your bias in Stray Kids? Hyo-sang, who's your bias in Enhypen? Hyo-sang, who's your bias in Cortez? So I wanted to dedicate today and explain every single one of my bias so that we don't have to get this question over and over again. I'm going to go through mostly male groups because that's the one I'm interested in, but I don't mind picking some from female group as well. And I'll try to kind of yap and explain the reason why they're my bias or things like that. Some of the groups I'm not too familiar with, so I might not have a bias set. And some of the groups I might have multiple bias. That's alright, right? Which group should we start with? There's too many to start with. I think we could start with... I get asked most often about who my bias is in Stray Kids. This one I actually already mentioned in my previous videos. Have you guys seen my previous Stray Kids video? I've already mentioned who my bias is. In fact, when it comes to bias, I have bias in different areas. There is the visual bias, just by the looks, and there is the musical bias, by the music, and there is the personality bias, just as a person. For me, this isn't always the same. So, for looks, without doubt, I feel like I'm choosing the easy ones. Who do you think my look bias is? I think, by the way, before I start this, I'm straight. Just letting you guys know. It's not like it matters, but like, I personally think my type in terms of looks is definitely Hyunjin and Felix. Felix is, by the way, my boy. He's my boy. So Hyunjin and Felix. Obviously, other members all look good, but I think Hyunjin's kind of handsome is the type of handsome that if I could be reborn, I would choose that face. Have you guys ever had that thought? If you could be reborn as a guy, what face would you choose? I feel like we really want to be reborn as Hyunjin's face. And Felix, obviously. Felix is literally looking like a prince, without doubt. And then, next moving on to the music. I've also took a listen to all the Stray Kids songs as well as their solo songs. And initially, I thought my musical bias was gonna be Bangchan. But then, I got really shocked with Felix's range. And then, finally, I came across Han. Wow. Guys, I'm sure you guys have already heard, but like, Have you seen Han's solo songs? Aliens or Han's range and musical capability, his lyrics writing is I respectable. I genuinely respect it. It's okay. I'm not trying to say this to diss him. I'm gonna explain this a little bit further. When there's a vocalist or a musician, I just have to clarify this. Is that when I like certain musician, I sometimes like them as a instrument, and I sometimes like them as an artist. What I mean by that is, you know how voice tone is something you can't change? It's something you're born with. So sometimes I like that aspect, and sometimes I like their musical or artistic vision and capability and their practice, things like that. Han, being really honest, it's not that his voice tone is something that immediately caught on to me. If anything, voice tone wise is Felix. It's the one that immediately catches my ear. But for Han, it's more so of the range and his musical ability. So like I slowly got into it after I took a listen to more of his own works. You guys see where I'm coming from? So yeah. So musically, Han. And lastly, what do you guys usually pick bias based on? There's the musical aspect, look aspect. I think people usually think of bias as look. And I think it is looks. But for me, what makes something truly, truly biased is just who they are as a person. It's like who they are as a person is more important to liking the person, like becoming a bias, than their singing or anything else. Do you guys agree? Because ultimately, they're human. I like them not because they're some dancing instrument. It's because they're a human too. So there are some times where even if someone is good at singing or even if someone is good at dancing, if I don't find that person respectable or I don't feel charmed in their personality, then I just kind of go like, yeah, they're good looking, but I don't really have particular feeling about them. So when I'm saying as a person, I usually find someone that I look up to. Do you guys agree? People might think K-pop idols as just singers and artists, performers, but I feel like they're one of the people in our age, they're around our age, who are trying hardest in their life. I don't know that many people in our age who try harder than idols. They can't sleep, they practice every day, they tour every day. It's like very high level of dedication. So, and when I see their, unlike other musicians, I feel like good thing about K-pop is that you could see how they act off stage. For other musicians, they don't have too many of that. They don't have other places where you could see their personality. But because, like for example, like for Stray Kids, they have a lot of their personal content and their interviews and things like that. So all of that combined, I usually always like the leaders. So Bangchan, you know how he never sleeps? He does everything besides sleeping. Like the responsibility, the leadership, I like someone solid like that. Do you guys agree? Also because you know how much they have to sort of embrace other members and they have to represent. And another thing is, rarely you get a K-pop leader getting involved in scandals or troubles. I'm pretty sure there are sometimes, but rarely. And you could tell that they usually, or at least the successful groups, it doesn't really happen. And in fact, I think the successful groups are successful because the leaders are taking the responsibility. When the leaders aren't being responsible, that's when the group starts to tear apart. So yeah, so in my opinion, as a person, I definitely Bangchan without doubt. But okay, now I literally said I'm picking bias, but I'm kind of listing everybody. Wow, guys, but I heard stories about Felix taking care of the member's birthday, like how he was standing outside the I forgot who it was. I think it was Hans or Hyunjin, and he was standing outside the building and singing happy birthday with the cake or something. And I'm like, oh no. It's so Oh, it's so, yeah. So, and okay, I forgot to mention Changbin. I think I enjoy people like Changbin who could sort of, like I don't know if you guys agree. I kind of define Changbin as a similar position as J-Hope. What I mean by that is, you know those people who are able to make the vibe of the room comfortable by being able to put themselves down? It's like not just humble, but if you see a lot of them talking, what happens is like they're all attractive and good people and talented, but what a lot of times J-Hope, yeah, mood makers, exactly. They put themselves down flat, especially on entertainment show, and then so that like you could bring out the laugh. And whenever I see that, you might feel like that's, low confidence. It's not low confidence. It's actually the other way around where they have a lot of and solid self-confidence where their self-confidence doesn't get hurt just by putting themselves down in front of other people. They already know what their value is and things like that. So, like, I saw this one clip where they were talking about Changbin and Hyunjin, how they got scouted or something like that, or street scouted. And I saw his interaction there with the other MC. The MC didn't know Stray Kids that well. And what they do really well is they put themselves down so that they could praise the other members. And it makes me think, oh, that's very mature behavior. Do you guys agree? Like that, I respect that kind of behavior. So yeah, in terms of person, so overall, I guess if I consider everything, this is hard. I would say Felix. Okay, I'll say Felix. Felix, but I do want to give points to Bangchan and Changbin. Yeah. Felix is overlapping with a lot of the looks, personality, musical. Yeah, I'll go with Felix. No, but like I just can't pick one. You know what I mean? But no, Felix is my boy. I'll go with Felix, my boy. But okay, wait. But I know I'm yapping too much. But if I could pick one person to talk to, like if I could get to speak to one of them, I'll pick Bangchan or Changbin. Does that make sense? It's kind of different from like, if I could be able to talk to them, if I could have a conversation with them. Yes, or Han. Yeah, the three Rachas and. Anyway, girl, you could have multiple biases. No, here's the thing. You know why I'm afraid to have multiple biases? Because when there's only so little member in a group, if there's like 7 members and I pick 4 of them as bias, what does that make the other 3 members? It's like almost me saying I like everyone beside these 2 or these 3. So that's why I'm afraid to not, because all of them are great people. So I don't know. Obviously, it's not like these idols are gonna get their feelings hurt. I just don't like the fact that I leave people behind. You guys get the idea. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I feel about Stray Kids bias. What group should we do next? Definitely BTS or ENHYPEN. Which one should we do first? How about BTS? Because I knew BTS for the longest time in my life. I don't know. I don't think there's that many armies in my stream. Probably because we're getting old to type. But I am personally a big fan of BTS. And I know most about BTS than any other K-pop group. I can guarantee you. And they also have most songs and information out there. Do you guys agree? So in order for me to pick a bias and like someone, I need more information. It's hard to judge just from the cover. You need to be able to follow with their other things. And yes, BTS definitely, I've seen them not only a lot, but over the years. Do you guys agree? Because people change. And yeah. So with BTS, initially, I think I liked RM. I think my bias is still RM. Because, again, with the leader's responsibility, RM as a musician is also respectable. And the time I started really respecting RM is when BTS started coming to America. You know how since RM speaks good English, you know what's ironic? You know how he is in charge of every single English interview? What's ironic is, in other groups, the ones who is in charge of the interview for English is usually because, oh, like they're born in Australia, they're born in United States. RM's not born in United States. He's born in Korea. So it makes me think it's not even like that RM is particularly advantage over other members. It's just simply the fact that he studied harder. That's why he's good at English. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? It's not like he had other advantage. He just tried hard. Not only is he smart, but you know how language is not just something you could learn because you're smart. Obviously, you could learn faster if you're smarter, but you need to put the time and dedication, especially for pronunciation, for listening and things like that. And a lot of people struggle to learn second language even if they're not idle. Guys, I'm unemployed and I can't even study one more language. And RM is full-time idle and he managed to learn perfect English. That's dedication. That's respectful, by the way. So that is something I like RM a lot for. And also, as well as like the leadership in the group, that's something I like. In terms of the performance as a musician, as a vocalist, guys, who do you think I would love in terms of musically within BTS? Musically. Just honestly, musically, everything combined, I think Jungkook is so out of the scale. My mom is also Jungkook fan, which I totally understand. His voice tone is my favorite, and I really get the Michael Jackson sensation from him. I'm not just trying to, start a fight where he's Michael Jackson or anything like that, but Michael Jackson in the sense where the perfect dancing, singing performance is also, you know how singing and dancing is part of performance, but it's not all about performance? Jungkook's stage presence and his performance, you can stop glazing? No, like, it's something else. It's something else. There's something about these 1 in a billion people who have that performance charm. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Jungkook has one of that. It's like something that just makes them a superstar. He has that. So even though, can I be honest? Even though as a person, okay, I'm not trying to diss or anything like that. As a person, I feel like I prefer RM over Jungkook because I don't know if you guys agree. I always feel like Jungkook is very free-spirited and RM is taking a full responsibility for Jungkook. And all the other older members. So in terms of that, I also, because, I'm older brother, it's not like I'm a good older brother, but I could kind of relate to the older brother sensation. I don't know. Do you guys have siblings? Do you guys have a younger sister or brother? So I generally relate to the eldest in the group, which is why as a person, my recent favorite is Jin. I used to just kind of think he's like a funny guy, who's handsome and sings well. I didn't really find him any particularly attractive. But then over the years, like I mentioned in the previous Stray Kids part, RM's leadership is very easy to see. It's very on the front. It's not hard to see RM's leadership. But when you see Jin and the way he interacts with other members, he works sort of as a glue to bond different members together. I think when there's a group of people and you have to work with them for several years, there has to be someone who sacrifice as in sacrificing their personality, sacrificing a lot of things in the social interaction. And I feel like Jin, because he's older, because he's more mature, he usually takes the role of that. What these people are good at is like in the right timing, they're able to put themselves down. They're able to come up with humor. Have you guys ever heard this idea? Humor is something that requires highest level of intelligence. Because if you want to be humorous, you have to be able to read the room, understand what the audience likes, understand how their taste is, and be able to, it's very high intelligence, EQ, IQ requiring. And that's personally why I feel like Jin always make the situation very smooth. You know what I mean? Not trying to diss. Okay, I sound like I'm dissing, but you know how V has that his own vibe, like his own weirdness. Obviously, that's a charm, but in comparison to V, Jin is more like he almost act not like an idol. You know what I mean by that, right? He almost act like regular guy when he talks to other people. I think that's why when he goes on entertainment show, he is able to sort of make the other people comfortable. Yes. So yeah, in that sense, RM and Jin. But musically, Jungkook. Musically. Yeah. Oh, in the same sense, I like J-Hope too. J-Hope has that ha ha ha. Oh, no, okay, that sounds like a mockery, but you guys get the idea? Like yeah, the sunshine energy. It's a sunshine energy. No, it just reminds me of those random videos that I've seen where it goes like, "Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the train station is?" Like, I don't understand anything he said, or there are just J-Hope moments. Anyway. Actually, in terms of J-Hope, I like how he's so like that, but also he's so strict, and on stage he's so charismatic. Like that disparity makes it very professional. I want to be a person like that. I want to be able to be someone who's loose and casual on daily life, but I want to make sure I could be more professional on stage. And I think another thing is like, I could tell that he always tries so hard. He's always eager to learn new dances, and you could see it. You could literally see it. I like that so much. Yeah. I love Sprite. I love Panda Express. Anyway. All right. So that's my bias for BTS. What group should we do next? Enhypen? I think Enhypen is Enhypens are my boys. If anything, if I have a bias, I will say Enhypen is my bias. Can I start with this talk? You know who my musical bias in Enhypen is? Without 1 second of hesitation, it was Heesung. Like without a single 0.1 second of bias. It's like, I don't want to start a drama or fight or anything like that. Literally, I listened to Enhypen music because Heesung was in it. In fact, he did all the intros and pre-chorus and chorus and whatever the heck it is. He has literally all the crucial parts of the song. Or Evan, now he goes by. So, if he didn't leave, I would have just been like, musically, Heesung. But okay, now that Heesung's out, the next that I personally felt very musically attracted to was Nikki. You know how Nikki has that husky tone? I thought the blend of Nikki Heesung combo in Enhypen songs. If you listen to Enhypen music, Heesung does the pre-chorus and Nikki takes the chorus, or Nikki does the pre-chorus, Heesung does the chorus. Like that combo, I thought worked very well. Because Heesung sort of has a male protagonist voice, and Nikki kind of has that husky, like a side protagonist voice. I thought the blend was good. So, yes. But as a person, my bias in Enhypen is so clear. You guys already know the answer. Who do you think my bias is? This is literally so obvious. I love Jay. Jay is so funny. Jay's funniness is, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like J-Hope or Changbin in the sense where he put himself humble. It's not even like that. Jay is so, I don't even know if it's unintentionally. Do you guys get what I'm talking about? He's so funny. And one of those people who are just funny when they don't even, effortlessly funny. Exactly. You know what the first video I've seen of Jay was? It was something like how, I forgot who it was. Jake or Sonu was talking about how to eat like you're starving and poor or something like that. And then at the side, Jay was eating like this or something. I don't know if you guys know which video I'm talking about. And there's another video where Jay talks about like praising, like my family has been praising potato for the past generation. Or there's another video. Okay, this is like a sad moment. You know, in the island, Jay has a moment where he says, "Can we not be like emotional and cry when one of the members leave? Like we gotta be professional." And then there's like the cry moment, like, oh. And then what else is there? There's like that. He's on a call with, I forgot. I think he was on a call with Chongwon, and he like just zooms in front of the camera, out of the camera. There's just endless Jay moments. Literally, it's endless. And the funny part is, it's like he's not trying. You know what I mean? You know how it's funnier when they don't try to be funny and it's funny. So that's why. Like there's other members I like, such as Chongwon. I think Chongwon's so kind. Sonu, I like Sonu because Sonu is a queen. And Sungwon? Wow, I didn't have any thought about Sungwon until I saw the ice skating. Have you guys, I always talk about this, the Sungwon ice skating and dancing XO on the rink. Like he danced like ice skates, and then XO, and I literally thought. And from what I know, Sungwon is also the person who sings the first chorus in EXO. I already said this before. All other members singing EXO, Sungwon is the best. And I think that's also why the company decided to put him in the front. Yeah. So that part is always his part. He sounds so good there. So anyway, but my bias, I would say definitely Jay. Definitely. 1000%. But yeah, nice. So we did Stray Kids, BTS, and Hyphen. What other groups? Now it becomes a little bit iffy. Let me try to go fast so that I don't take too long. Oh, TXT. Oh, TXT is easy. Who do you guys think it is? I already talked about this multiple times too. And TXT, without doubt, is Yeonjun. And the reason why is there's no reason to pick a bias within TXT for looks. I've already mentioned this multiple times. They're all equally extremely handsome, that whoever you pick could be your look bias. Do you guys agree? It's just like whatever you feel like on the day. So what differentiates individually is more about personality, vocal ability, and dancing ability. Yeonjun's dancing is something else. I have few people in mind that I think is the best dancer in current K-pop. You know, like there's obviously J-Hope. I think Yeonjun definitely goes there. 1000%. So Yeonjun, because of the insane dancing, and on top of that, he has that mean looking face, the bully looking face. I know he's a kind person, but you know what I'm talking about by mean face, right? Yeah. So I like that mean looking face. Yes. In comparison to the other members. The other members look very kind beside Yeonjun. So, and alright, that's TXT. 80s? So 80s, I only got to recently know about them. With 80s, same reason as I picked RM or Bangchan, Hongjung. Oh, Hongjung for the leadership, but Hongjung I picked because, guys, have you heard his rap? Wow, his rap is something else. His rap is out of idol level, I would say. It's genuinely out of idol level. And obviously in 80s, I also really much like San. And this might sound weird. I like San because he has a beautiful body. Do you agree? Like gigantic back muscle and the, you know, big chest muscle and the like. Here's the thing. You know how pretty girls like pretty girls? Men also like other men with good bodies. I'm straight. But okay, like ask another men if they like AT San's body. If they say if they say that, they're just insecure, you know. Good looking guys are also praised by other guys. So yes, San's body, respect. You know why I especially praise San? It's because he wasn't always muscular. I was so shocked when I realized that San was once a twink. You know, he was like twink like me. And then and then he buffed up and now all he do is working out and his muscles are like muscling and you know, yeah, it's a little bit different from obviously, you know how girls also have to try hard to maintain a good body shape? And same with guys. But when I think of muscle building, there's no cheating for muscle building. You only have to put the time and effort. So, face, you know how face is something you're born with? So even though I sometimes like my face, I don't think of face always as a result of your effort. That's something you're, born with. But body is effort. There is a talent and there is genetics in body too, like height, frame, muscle growth. But still. So yeah, Hongjung and San from ATs. Who else? Who have I not went through? Let me try to go a little bit more quickly. Long shot, Louis. In terms of vocal, Louis. But in terms of look, Oyur. Oyur, do you guys know who Oyur from Long Shot is? He's so handsome. He's like really handsome. Like really handsome. You need to take a look at his face. He's like really handsome. He's like really, really handsome. Yeah. So if you haven't seen, you should take a look at Oyur's face. And Louis singing? Louis literally Justin Bieber. You know, Louis singing is, he could have just debuted a solo, but he decided to be idol. Alright, let me do Boy Next Door. I actually don't know too well. Have I not mentioned Cortez? Oh, you guys know my Cortez bias. It's my boy Martin, Martin. Play the beat. I love Martin. Without doubt. So it's always Martin. I don't think that's gonna change. Second to come is James, but number one is Martin. And who else? P1 Harmony. P1 Harmony. It's hard because it always has been Chiung, and I liked Kiho for the sassiness, but I took a listen to P1 Harmony's recent album. Wow, 종섭's rap is so next level. Wow, 종섭's rap is so next level that it made me think, oh my gosh, should I just change my bias from Chiung to 종섭? The musical ability, guys, do you guys agree? When you get into certain groups, initially, you pick your bias by what? You usually pick it by looks, right? There's the one that catches your eye. But then, once you start listening to those groups, what really catches you is they're all handsome anyway, so the musical side hits really hard. It's kind of hard to ignore because ultimately, they're not models, they're idols, right? So they're singers and performers. So every time you see them perform, the ones who sing well and the ones who rap well ends up standing out. So I think that's the same way with 종섭, where initially my eyes were at Kiho, but yeah, you guys get the idea. Oh, I haven't done some girl group. Islet. Can I be honest? I don't have a bias in Islet. There's some groups where I don't have a bias. It's because, by the way, I listen to a lot of Islet music. I just never particularly felt attracted to any of the members. Does that make sense? New Jeans, same thing. I never felt particularly attracted. If anything, Haein? Which one's the one that looks like a cat? Haein? I'm so sorry. It's so weird. I listen to so much New Jeans music, but Haein. Hear me out. Are you guys same as me? Haein? Oh, I think it's Haein. Getting to know the members and liking a group is different from liking just the music. I heard New Jeans music a lot, but I didn't really pay attention too much to the members. So I'm kind of a fan of the music, not necessarily a fan of the people. Yes. Mm. Ghost 9, I know there's Prince, and Prince is a handsome, funny guy. And I always get jealous whenever I go on YouTube because you guys know Prince Vatini. I thought it was Vantini, but I think it's Vatini. Vatani? I forgot the spelling. Anyway, I go on YouTube and I always see his stuff and I go like, man, these good-looking guys. I hate these good-looking guys. But yeah, he's always in my recommendations. So, but it makes sense. He has high quality content. You know, like over here, all I do is yap, but he actually does fun content. He's like real idol. He does mukbang and unpacking and all that. So, oh, Rise. My bias. Rise is hard. Rise is very. I like multiple. I like Sohee for singing. Wonbin's also good at singing. Anton I like because his dad. I'm a fan of his dad. And Shotaro is very good at dancing. Yeah. Shiny, my bias was Jonghyun. Yes. 17. Vernon? Uji or Vernon? Vernon. Yeah, I think those two. I think. And team I don't know too well. Ampersand one I don't know too well. TWS I don't know too well. Big Bang? That's hard. Okay, it's either G-Dragon or it's G-Dragon. It's okay, thing is G-Dragon is not even like a bias. G-Dragon is just G-Dragon. I don't know if you guys are familiar with G-Dragon, but do you guys see where I'm coming from? I feel like if your bias in Big Bang is G-Dragon, it's not even like your bias. Who doesn't like G-Dragon? So, and in terms of the member, I like all of them. Zero Base One, I don't know too well. One Verse, I don't know too well. Who else? X-Lab? There was one handsome cutie. What's their name? Haru? Yes. Oh, but then the center catches my eye a lot. You know the center? I forgot the center's name. Rui. I think it was... No. Is it Rui? Yeah. So initially I thought Haru was attractive. Oh, no, it's Utami. No, it's Utami. Yeah. Utami catches my eye a lot. Utami? Yeah. Anyway, Plabe. Plabe is also hard. Plabe, you know why it's hard to pick from Plabe? Like, issue with groups like Plabe is the fact that their stats are so equally good in my opinion. As a result, it's hard to pick one. You know, like usually I pick one that's good at singing, but it's hard to find one that's good at singing within Plabe. It's like they're all good. So like, who am I supposed to particularly pick? You know? So, I always think of Noah, but recently Bambi has been... I like the pink hair. And Uno? Plabe is hard. I need to get to know Plabe a little bit better. Yeah. Le Seraphim? I don't think I have a bias in Le Seraphim. With girl groups, I don't know them too well. Who's in Le Seraphim? I know Eunchae? What's the main leader's name? The short hair girl. Yunjin? No. Eunchae? Chaewon. Okay. Chaewon. Here's the thing. Guys, do you get where I'm coming from? I can't even say bias if I can't even name them. So, no. Wait, hold up. Le Seraphim bias is Sakura. But can I be honest? My Le Seraphim bias is not Sakura. I just like Sakura as a person. I don't really care too much about Sakura in Le Seraphim. I just kind of like the life that she has lived so far, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I didn't even think of her in, when I think of Le Seraphim. Yeah. Who else? What other group? Day 6, I don't have any particular bias. I liked Jay's voice. You know what my issue is? You know who my NCT bias is? It's literally Mark. I didn't mention it, but like the issue is that my shiny bias was Jonghyun, my NCT bias is Mark, my Day 6 bias is Jay. Like, do you see the issue here? Do you guys see where the issue is? My N- bias was Heesung, like musically at least. So, like these biases are all like leading the group. So, that's the issue. That's the issue. Ah, man. Kickflip? Guys, I don't know kickflip too well. Got 7? Jackson Wang? Jackson Wang. Can I be honest? I don't know. Do you guys know Jackson Wang? I'm sure everyone knows Jackson, but I don't really follow with Jackson stuff anymore, if I'm being honest. Neither do I really am all that interested. But I like Jackson a lot when he was in Day 6. I mean, no, not Day 6. sorry, got 7. The number made me confused, and the JYP company. Sorry. Yeah. That's when he was getting to learn Korean, and I don't know if Jackson Wang fans would relate to this, but Jackson used to be a little bit more pure and straightforward. He had a sort of like a similar energy to Martin right now, but now Jackson feels so adult, and he's so I'm not trying to hate on US streamers or anything like that. I don't watch them too much, but I don't really like, when they hang out with US streamers, or I don't know, like or like when they get too freaky with the songs. Like, you guys see I like Jackson in A or 하지마 하지마 네가 그럴 때마다 미칠 것 같아. Like, so. And when they did all the acrobatics on stage, why do you want them to be lonely? No, it's not that lonely. It's just like, I don't know if you guys could sort of see where I'm coming from. My life is very far from like party, and socializing. Do you guys sort of see where I'm coming from? I'm very antisocial. I don't really live a sensual life. So as a result, when an artist kind of goes in that direction, I feel a little bit distant from them. I'm not saying like they shouldn't, but we can tell. Okay, Mr. Leash. That's why I don't understand why people like Leash. 101? I don't have a bias, but I liked 101. Oh, no, bias is hard to pick. I can't pick one from there. Yes. But alright. I think that's good for today. I'm sorry I didn't get to go over every single group. The reason why if I didn't mention the group, is probably because I don't have a bias there. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? If I had a bias, I would have mentioned it. So, and I'm not knowledge with every single group. Oh, EXO. Oh, EXO. I have to mention EXO. EXO, Dio, or Kai. Yeah. Or even Chanyeol. Dio is best at singing. Sorry, I sometimes forget about the older generation groups. So, yes. But yeah, ask me more. I'll try to. Maybe I could do this one more time and go over the groups that I haven't went over. But nice. Well, thank you for watching. And, let me know what I should do next time as well. All right. Now we should just yap. We should just no content, just talk. Let's take a seat and oh, what is this? Alright, guys. Alright. For the yapping session now, let's not talk about K-pop. Let's just have a person-to-person talk, because some of you guys might be upset. Oh, like, I want more K-pop talk, but I know there's a lot of homies who are patient enough to stay with me until end of the stream, and I don't want to like only talk about K-pop. So how about, since I intentionally talk about K-pop on our content, when we do yapping, let me try to intentionally avoid K-pop so that it becomes more balanced in a way. You see where I'm coming from? Nice. Why don't we do some radio so that you guys could submit some topics that you want me to talk about, and we could yap over that. So if you're watching on Twitch, type !radio. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a link in the description. Feel free to submit. All right. I wish I had known you'd be in my life. So today is April 18th. Oh, guys, time is passing by so fast. Don't you think so? I could have saved up my time for you. Thank you, Owls Bells. All right. Let's have some. Oh, hold up. Is this monitor thing bothering you guys? It's fine, right? Oh, submission said, you're 26. Would you date a 40-year-old? Do you want me to give a really honest answer? 40-year-olds don't find me manly enough. Do you see where I'm coming from? Well, not maybe all 40-year-olds, but they don't consider me as a man. That wasn't the question. No. Hear me out. The reason why this is important is because I only like people if they like me. Are you guys okay? You know how there's people that you like person that you like versus you like people that likes you? I like people who likes me. So I want them to be obsessed with me. You see where I'm coming from? The bottom monitor thing. Why are you so obsessed with me? Age ain't nothing but a number. Realistically, age is something more than a number. You know what the issue is? If I explain a little bit further. The issue with age is not even a physical age. That's the issue. Do you see where I'm coming from with this? It's not even a physical age. It's more of the fact that when you're at different age and the way age gap is too big, I feel like the things in your life that you're thinking or worrying about is too different. It's not just about dating. That's why it's hard to become friends with someone with different age gap. The concerns you have and the things that you're thinking of is very different. Like, for example, something a 20-year-old is thinking about is, what should I do? Like, what kind of job should I get? Like, what am I gonna do when I'm able to start drinking? Should I go to this party? Blah blah blah. Like, if that's like a 20-year-old mentality, then 30-year-olds like, like, should I start thinking about marriage? Like, blah blah blah. Like, am I gonna be able to afford a house? Blah blah blah. Like, he was saying yes or no. Oh, yes or no? Am I thinking about this too seriously? I'm really thinking about it. Oh wait, is the fact that I'm thinking about it already a yes? I'll be honest. I think it would have to depend on the person. Yeah. 40? You know what I'm thinking of? Can I be honest? Maybe I'm answering way too seriously, but I could fall in love with a 40-year-old. But that's different from whether I could date them. Do you see where I'm coming from with this? Do you guys see what the issue is? Like, being attracted is a different issue than if you could date or not. Like, can I be attracted to a 40-year-old? Like, yeah, like, obviously. But like, can you take that to a relationship? That's something like I have to start thinking about. Because let's say I date them, right? Because for me, I only think about dating if I'm going in the future with them. But like in 10 years, then I'll be what? In 30 and they'll be in 50s? Actually, it makes it not bad if it's... Oh, maybe I'm thinking too deep. Okay, my answer. Can I... this sounds wrong. Can I feel... Can I feel attracted to 40-year-olds or above? Definitely. Like, okay, wait. I sound a little bit wrong. Like, definitely, but I don't know if I could... I would have to think more about relationship. Yeah, I would have to think about relationship. 1,000. Actually, let me not even talk. I feel like I shouldn't speak more. Right? But even when I was... I'll stop right there. Anyway, I think you got the rest of the sentence, right? Anyway. All right. Let's see what kind of let's see a different topic. Yeah. What is this? Who submitted a submission saying ethnicity tier list? Who submitted this? Girl, I think I know who this is. Stop this. You're trying to... Guys, I'm trying to make it out. I don't want to get canceled today. Yeah. And here's the thing. Can I be honest? I'm not really in the position to, teach you guys or anything like that. This is just my personal opinion. You shouldn't ever think about, oh, they won't like me because I'm certain race, or they'll like me because I'm certain race. It's because you don't know what, you can't assume what ethnicity they're into or not. Like, you might be self-restricting yourself before you even begin. Isn't that you though? Me? Wait, what about me? So, alright, next submission. What? Oh, wait, no, the what? I'm gonna skip the submission. Someone submitted something. This is actually crazy. No, I actually can't read this. But like, bringing it up is even a trouble. Whoever submitted this is not true. I don't know what this is. Actually, I'm just gonna read it. I think it's fine. It's fine. What? No, okay. I'll read the submission. Oh no. This is actually very unmannered behavior in some sense. But I'm gonna read it because I want to clarify myself. Like, I don't have to, but I just want to. And I don't think they watch streams anyway. The submission said, I seen a video about Hyomi saying you fucked your piano teacher. First of all, what is that video? And second of all, what are you guys talking about? And here's the thing, I don't take lessons anymore because I can't sit down on a piano. And as a result, I don't talk to the teacher anymore because I don't take lesson. Do you guys get where I'm coming from? Like, I don't take lessons, so I don't... Yeah. We're... so, like, what is this? Oh, the reason why I was hesitant to read this is because they might feel very uncomfortable at this statement. Do you guys agree? Guys, this is it's very rude. Like, imagine you're the teacher and your student says like, "Oh, did you sleep with your teacher?" It's like, you know. But the only reason why I'm saying this is because I know they don't watch stream, and yeah. But yeah, no, like, no, this is not true. This is not true. It's not true. Yeah. Next submission. And no. I like. What do you mean? I've seen a video about Hyomi saying. What do you mean? What do you mean? Next submission. When are you finally going to drop Sleeping Princess? So I reached out to the producer, and he said he's gonna contact me after he, surgery from hospital. And I was like, okay. And he said he'll contact me during the weekend. And it's the fucking weekends. And it's already Sunday in Korea. And then he posted on his Instagram story, and he was at a concert. And I'm like, I get it. Like, no, like, you're busy at a concert. But like, here's the thing. The way the conversation ended was like, he said, oh, like, I will contact you again on the weekend. That was the last conversation. So would it be rude if I text him now, even though he said he'll contact on the weekend, like, since it's weekend, would it be rude if I say, hey, what's up? Like, do you see where I'm coming from? Leave him alone. You take like 3 weeks to reply. That's actually what I was thinking. I was like, I can't expect everyone to reply right away, And I also want to do this well. So I don't know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a while. Yeah. Anyway. Next submission. Your music is awesome. Thank you. Have I ever tried Arab food? Would you visit any Arab countries in the future? Have I tried any Arab food? Have I? I don't think I have. I might have had something remotely close, but I don't think. What are famous Arab food? I don't know too many. I don't think I have. And if I were to travel to Arab countries, is it too typical of me to say I want to go to Dubai or Saudi Arabia? Is that like too typical? Should I name something like Jordan or something? But I do want to see Dubai because, yeah. So yeah, I think I would want to travel there. The only issue is I don't know if I could stand the environment there. That's the only issue. You ain't got Dubai money. No, I heard that if you beg there, even the beggars get rich, So I'm not going there to spend the Dubai money. I'm going there to join the begging. Like, yeah. You thought I was going there as a tourist. Next one. I always find Hyosang more funny when Chad lists all his icks and he plays on them. All right, let me do the ick monster. What is it? Ick series RM impression. She says she's from Hawaii. How to say cute in Japanese? Kawaii. She says she love V. But she gonna love me. Okay, I'll stop. Take it off now, girl. Take it off. Okay, I'll stop. I was doing it to make you guys icky. All right. Favorite Western artist. Favorite Western artist. I don't talk about this too often. Favorite Western artist. I don't have too many though. Mm, among the ones that are popular right now, I don't have too many. Who do I like? Even though I don't really listen to too much, I like Justin Bieber as a vocalist. I think he's one of the best. Kanye, I also like some Kanye songs. What else? Yeah, Kanye, Justin Bieber. I'm not their fan. Oh, Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey. But Mariah Carey, an honest confession, I might just like her because she's pretty. But no, she's also good at singing. Oh no, she's definitely good at singing. I like Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, Mariah Carey, Avril Lavigne. Um, I don't know if Keshi counts. Keshi, maybe Biba Doobie, maybe Justin Bieber, maybe J. Cole. Rihanna and Shakira. I never listened to their music. Stop the Rihanna Shakira. Who else? Who else is America? You know, do you guys notice the singers that I like in America are kind of old? Keisha Cole, honest confession, I only know Love from her. I don't know any other Keisha Cole song. So I can't call myself a fan. I feel like if I don't know only one song, then I can't. Bruno Mars? You know what's so weird is I like some Bruno Mars song, but I'm not Bruno Mars fan. I don't know if it's just me, guys. I just never felt like I'm his fan. Making good music is a little bit different from me being charmed to that person. Do you see where I'm coming from? So I listen to more Bruno Mars songs than J. Cole songs, but I'm more attracted to J. Cole as a person. Do you see where I'm coming from? It's sort of like I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. It's more so that Bruno Mars has a lot of hit songs and I end up listening to them more, but it's not like I am particularly amazed by his ability. He's a great singer, but when I listen to J. Cole rap, I go like, wow, he's doing something that I find very attractive in his music. Yeah. Same thing with Kanye. Usher, it's like, I like it. Eminem, I don't really particularly like Eminem. I don't unlike him, but I think he's just like a, yeah, I don't know. Like I don't really find his music my type. The Marias? I don't listen to the Marias. Wait, who else? Who else? Pink Panthers. I thought it was alright. Pink Panthers is alright. Justin Timberlake? I listened to one Justin Timberlake song over and over again. The beautiful days are all gone. What I think about MJ? You know, I like Michael Jackson, but you know what the issue is? Is that there's so many people who like Michael Jackson that I can't ever call myself a Michael Jackson fan. Like everyone in the world know at least 4 or 5 Michael Jackson songs. For me, just because I like 8 Michael Jackson songs, it's kind of hard for me to call myself a Michael Jackson fan. It's kind of like, who doesn't know and listen to Michael Jackson? You see where I'm coming from? Yeah. So I definitely listen to Michael Jackson, but compared to how broad his discography is and how many people love him, I'm like an average Michael Jackson enjoyer. Billie Eilish? No, not particularly. I think her album is good. The Bird of the Feather album. What is that album? The Chihiro album. Tyler, the Creator. I've been impressed, but I don't ever listen to it. Guys, I don't know if it's just me. I don't have Tyler, the Creator songs on my playlist. It's not something I would listen to on repeat. Sabrina Carpenter. I think she makes good music, but I don't play. It's really important for me. Do they go into my playlist? Do you guys agree? There's a lot of musicians nowadays where you're impressed, but you don't put them in the playlist. For me, it's really important if I actually repetitively listen to them. Like same thing. Like, you know, I think the same thing about Cat's Eye. It's like Cat's Eye, Sabrina. Even if their music's good, I don't listen to it on repeat. At least not me, you know. Oh, Ariana. I don't have any personal favorite about Ariana as a person, but I have a lot of Ariana song. Yes. Mad Sai. You know, I have mutuals with him. I've heard some things about him. Mad Sai. I don't know if you guys know. I think he's a singer around my age. Yeah. Who else? Chappelle Roan. Do you guys like Chappelle Roan? What do you guys feel about Chappelle Roan? Chappelle Roan? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think it's the music built for me. Chappelle Roan, Mitski, Leve, the Marias. What is it? There's one more. There's the most important piece, Clario. Do you see where I'm coming from? This? Do you see the lineup? This lineup? I just don't. I just don't like Lana Del Rey. Yeah, she also goes there. It's for the girlies, and even though I'm a queen, I don't enjoy this music as much. Like I have one or two songs from them that I might like, but it's not my type of. But Biba Doobie I listen to. Who else? Oh, you know who I like from Western music? I love Daniel Caesar, Bruno Major, Mac Iris, Keshi. Do you guys sort of see what line of artists I like? Is that like the R&B? Yeah. Like Johnny Stimson or Lauv, or yeah. You see that? I even like Ruel, Conan Gray. Like, you know, I also like this 1975. What else? Not Joji. Not Joji. Joji is too dirty for me. Like hygiene wise. I don't know why. Because he did the Pink Guy and I've seen him since Pink Guy. He doesn't look clean to me. Like, do you know? No, like, do you know where I'm coming from? He doesn't look clean in my eyes. He doesn't look. Oh, but I like Nicki. Not Minaj. The Nicki from 88 Rising. Do you guys know Nicki? Yeah, I like her songs. The Smiths, I haven't listened to them. Do I know Ehai? Ehai is not Western. Ehai is Korean. So, Doja Cat? There was a time where I listened to some songs. What's that song that goes like that that's my shit, that's my shit, and not just repeat, just like that, just like that. What's that song? I heard that. Do that, I'm on that. You know, like I heard that song a lot. Kali Uchis, I have one song from her that I really like. Yeah, there's one song. Oh, like that. Oh, David. You know, David's songs are actually good. I know he just got arrested, but his songs are actually good. Oh, Hasta Cuando, exactly, Lin. Oh, you know the song. Guys, you don't know how many times I listened to the song, the Watch the sunrise along the coast. Actually, let me sing this. Watch the sunrise along the coast as we're both getting old. I can't describe what I'm feeling, and all I know is we're going home. So please don't let me go. Don't let me go. Oh, and if it's right, I don't care how long it takes. As long as I'm with you, I got a smile on my face. Save your tears, it'll be okay. All I know Is your hair with me? It's a nice song. It's a nice song. You know, this is when I come to the idea. I try to separate the art from the artist. Like, I personally think, you know, even if he's a criminal, is the art bad? It's like, it's in some way, I feel like the song's reputation shouldn't be ruined by artists themselves. It's like I respect the song more than the artist, if that makes sense. Just personally. Sometimes it makes it very hard, but you don't want to financially support him through listening to the music. That makes sense. That understandable. And also, here's another thing. But do you know why even though I think that there's too many good music out there to bother consuming the music of someone who is not right? Do you guys get the idea? Even though I personally believe art should be, you know, separate. There's too many music. You don't have to worry. Like, you know, just listen to Wave to Earth. You know, Wave to Earth are nice guys. You don't have to listen to David. In fact, some of the Wave to Earth songs are better. So, and another reason why I personally feel like this is because I don't pay attention to lyrics as much when I listen to music, but I feel like especially for songs like David, it's if you feel like the lyrics, then you can't ever get into the song. So, do I like Latin music? Homies are gonna start hating on me. They already know what's gonna happen in the next 20 seconds. Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor. Nuestras almas se resecaron tanto así que yo guardo tu sabor, pero tú llevas también sabor a mí. Anyway, alright, next submission. Guys, it's radio because they're singing in between. Oh. Well, what is this? Hi, Hosang Oppa Hyung heart emoji. I love your music so much, so I want to ask if you could do Aegyo please, smiling emoji, exclamation point. I can't tell if this is like a serious or not. But it's actually not too hard if you want to see that. You know, we run strictly by financial situation here. So Hyosang, I'm on a trip right now, and I found a store that is almost the same as Korean convenience store. What ramens are best to eat? I always just eat shinramen. Like, I'm being serious. I've tried experimenting here and that. Shinramen is the best. Why have you been changing the stream title during stream lately? Oh, it's because we have a mod who's taking care of it. Because I can't always go back and change titles, so. Would you collab with a Hyomi that does music? It's not a Hyomi or not issue. Can I be honest? Whether dating, whether collabing, I don't care. In fact, it's better if someone is Hyomi. But it's just that it's just the same standard for other collabs, other dating, if that makes sense. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? You see where I'm coming from? So I don't have particular like, oh, I won't collab because it's Hyomi. So, in fact, you know, Leash album art, that's drawn by Hyomi. That's drawn by Serendipity. So it's yeah. In fact, I think it's better if it's a Hyomi because I think they'll understand me a little bit better. So. Do you notice the people who leave during content? I'm pretty sure people leave and join during content. Do you guys leave during content? I mean, some people join at the content. Some people leave during content. Some people they mute the stream during content and then they come back when it's done. Yeah. They go watch different video and then they come back. Okay, I don't know who's typing under the YouTube account. Don't do that. Whichever mod that is, don't do that behavior. I'll take the mod privilege away. don't type. I don't say stuff like hi chat. Yeah, I'm gonna ban that thing. Yeah. I think I know who it is. Don't ever do that again. I know who it is, but all right. The goal is for me for what is it? I aim for the idea where mods shouldn't drag attention not because I want to be center of the attention. That's not the issue. It's because once mods start to drag attention, there's a chance where people might start hating on the mod. Like, I time out people because I want to, and I get mods help. But if people start to recognize mods as an identity, then they might be like, Hyo-sang doesn't want to ban me, but mod hates me. But, you know, do you get the issue? So I don't want it to be deviated in the wrong way. So, ideally, mods should reflect my opinion directly, which makes it so that if they have an issue with something, they have an issue with me, not the mod. Yeah. Because if it's an issue between mod and the viewer, it becomes like a chat drama. And another issue is that if I'm the streamer and you have an issue with me, we could talk about it on stream. But mods, they can't. So, yeah. We're just unemployed. We're just unpaid lackeys? What's lackeys mean? What does that mean? what does lackeys mean? I love group projects so much, yo. Thank you. I love group project too. Oh, like minions? I see. Also, hi Katopi. Haven't seen you in a while. Like, you know, here's the thing. When I see certain names that I haven't seen in a while, I recognize it. But I always become very hesitant if I should say that out loud or not. Because what if people think, oh, Hyo-sang has been like waiting for them. It's like, you know, like he didn't say this when I joined in after 3 months. Like, OMG, who cares? No, the reason why I am able to do this now is it's a little bit better when there's more viewers. You know how we have over 100 now? So it's not too much of an issue. But when we had 20 viewers, if I do that, then it feels more like among the 20, there's special one. Like, you see what the issue is? Yeah. I think it's nice. I want to show off my bad memory like that. Yeah. Are we doing movie night tonight? It's kind of late, isn't it? Wait, mods don't get paid? Yeah? You think I got money to pay the mods? Shh. Oh my god. Don't. I don't know why I did that. Please, ignore me. Please ignore me. I didn't say anything. I'm so sorry. Here's the thing. Old me would have just proceeded, but I'm trying to do media training, so let me not say something that's too crazy. Yeah. Let me let me not get incorrect accusation. Yeah. I love Hyobis. Can I speak Spanish? Yo soy coreano. Te quiero. Anyway, all right. Who and what is your inspiration for making music? Huzikaze. Recently, it has been. Can I have some J-pop talk? Do you guys listen to J-pop a lot? Wow. Do you know this Japanese band called Official Higedantism? They have a song called Pretender. Goodbye, kimi no unmei no ito wa boku janai. They have a song called I don't even know what the title is. But the song's lyrics is so nice. It's you know what the song's lyric is? It basically the song's title is Laughter by Official Hedonism. I recommended it on our Discord channel. But the chorus goes like hold on. Let me lyrics English. Official Higedandism lyrics. I can't find my wings even though looking into the mirror. But I'm hearing the birds, longing for the sky. Now I decided to get out of this town. Here's the thing. The translations are always terrible. They said, I want to escape from this grid-like city. Because you know how cities, they're built like a grid? And another thing is Official Hedonism. Did you know that this band was originally formed by bankers? So they used to be just regular 9-to-5 job people who play instrument, but they decided to throw away their job and become a full-time musician at later in their age, in their 20s and 30s. So that's why they made this group, and now they're one of the most famous band in Japan, in the world actually. And it talks about their story about, things to lose, things to give up, all look shiny for sure. I weighted up my options and choose my own, and I also threw away the right to regret. Like, do these wings work? Can they really fly? They're looking straight into the sky. No. I'm gonna get copyright strike, but I want to show you guys this song. I've been wanting to show you guys this song for the longest time. Let me just play for you guys just a little bit. Hold on. It's such a nice lyrics. 鏡の中を覗いても羽一つも見つからないけど空を待ち焦がれた鳥のせかすようなさえずりが Yeah, it's a band. It's a Japanese band. 鉄格子みたいな街を抜け出すことに決めたよ今それを引き止める言葉も気持ちだけ受け取る Yes, they also sang the opening for Spy Family. I don't know if you guys know that one. Mixed Nuts. He's one of the best singers, I think. I like them alongside with Fuji and Sekai no Owari. And the chorus. I like that song. I like that song so much. Another reason. I just wanted to. Sorry, I'm kind of over explaining, but so many things get lost in this translation. The reason why this chorus hits so hard it doesn't. It's something that you can't translate in English. It's like, do these wings work? You know what the connotation of this is? It's like almost as if you're speaking to a god and you're a bird, and he says, I can't find wings even looking at the mirror. They're talking about you see yourself in the mirror and you don't see any talent. You don't see any wings, but you decided to go and you're asking God, like, do these wings on me, do they really work? Like, can they really make me fly? Yeah. Like, it's like, can you see the reality? Can you guarantee it? It's kind of like you're speaking to a God, but you're also speaking to yourself. It's like, can you really promise if this is going to be the right choice? And then he's saying, like, once you make the choice, you don't even have the right to regret it anymore. Like, they're talking about how they decided to choose the career of musician, quitting their job. And they also talk about everyone around them basically told them they're not going to be successful. And instead of saying those are all just a bunch of haters, he's saying there are no worries that can stop me. But, like, thank you for worrying for me, because I know the people who are telling me to not do music are the people who care about me and they don't want me to fail in life. But, like, I have to still go. It's very, like, people think chasing dreams and choosing these careers are all, like, shiny and great, but, like, the song talks about how much hesitation there is and uncertainty, how they're very, like, not sure if they'll ever be famous or ever make it out. Like, now they're very famous, but this is probably how they felt like when they first decided to quit their job and go full-time into music. Yeah. Do these wings work? So I got very sad while I listened to that song. All right, let me read more submissions. We're doing radio, by the way. If you're on Twitch, type !radio on YouTube. There's a link in the description. Name of the song is Laughter. Laughter. Can I DM you? Sure. I mean, I might not read it. You could DM me. Yeah. Like, there's no law against it. Next submission. Can we see your playlist? Oh, you guys want to see my playlist? Sure. I've already played copyright music. Might as well show more. I usually show this, but I wonder. I have a bunch of different playlists, but I usually have one playlist that I always use. It's this one. All the songs I listen to. So the recent one is Laughter. I might as well just play all of them. This is a recent bossa nova song that I've been into. I've been listening to more bossa because I'm writing bossa songs, so I get inspiration from other bossa nova songs. Hopefully I don't get copyright striked. Is it nice? What happens after the strike? No, thing is, it should be fine. I'm just being careful. The VOD might get taken down, even at the private link. It's nice, right? Is this playlist public? No, but I could give it to you guys. I could give it to you guys on the stream right now. I only share it once in a while. Here's the list. I like when you guys are able to listen to and vibe with my musical taste. Yeah. If you click on the link and if you save it, you could also have the playlist. It has a lot. It has 573 songs. So. I also like this one. Guys, this one, it's a recent cover that I've been into. Isn't it nice? I feel so sad that I'm so far from singing this good. Oh. Yeah. I see you have Sweet Venom on your playlist. For sure. And I have also the DPR E and the show. You know what I do when I listen to the song though? I skip about 2/3. I skip all of it. I don't listen to this. And I start listening here. Why do you have the show on there twice? I should remove one of them. I usually like the audio version because the music video version has like a cutoff in the middle. You know, I wish he made this into a 2 separate song so I could just add this one into my playlist and not the other one. Woo! You know. Oh, we should rate Hyomi's playlist. That sounds like a great idea. That genuinely sounds like a great... wait, hold up. No, that sounds like a terrible idea because Oh, no. We could rate it without listening to it. Because I was thinking if I have to rate it while I listen, it's going to get me copyright striked. But should I take a look at the playlist without listening? Yeah, I think that might be a good content. You guys could prepare like a playlist. You know, I usually prefer YouTube playlist. Actually, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter since I'm not gonna listen to it. I guess it could be any playlist, Spotify, whatever. Okay. Don't like freak out too much though. If I end up doing it, then you guys could just send the playlist on Discord. You know, I'll allow it. You guys could just send it on general chat. You can't always do that, but like, or maybe we could make a forum, and then I'll take a look at some of them, and then I'll like roast it and be like, haha, this person's a weeb. So, you know, I think we could make a forum. That might be good. I've been listening to Woozi album a lot. This one's nice. I was gonna clock out, but I have some more musical talk. You know, actually no, this is too much yapping. My back is not gonna last this long. I have to stand up. 부족한 건 평범한 사람. When you rate the playlist, will that be tomorrow? Yeah, we should do it tomorrow. Sounds like a good idea. 어제보다. But guys, you know, I always knew this, but I realized this even more. You guys might think you like the singer. You might think you like the musician. But in reality, people, or at least myself, like producers. What I mean by that is, especially like idol groups, you like that particular producer's taste. So, especially for individual artists, when they change the producer, you start to feel like they no longer make the same music and you don't like them anymore. And I love Fujikaze's songs so much. And when I listened to his third album, I kind of felt like, this is Fuji, but I don't know why it doesn't feel like Fuji. I just don't, my hand just doesn't reach out to it as much as his previous songs. Do you know why? Every single Fujikaze song was produced by this guy named Waffle. He's a really famous Japanese producer. And every single song and the recent album was produced by a different producer. Waffle wasn't in it. That's why I was thinking, it sounds like Ujikaze, but I don't know why I don't vibe with it, because it's not the same producer. Yeah. You lost your weight, eat well. No, this shirt in particularly makes me look very thin. I know what you guys are talking about. I know. And I also know I lost a lot of muscle. But no, this I noticed my arm here and the. But yeah. So I think finding right producer is very important. Next submission. Favorite instrumental from any song. Favorite instrumental? Favorite instrumental? Favorite instrumental. Whale by NCT Dream. Yeah. Whale. I'm into you. You. That one. Yeah. You guys should check that song out. In fact, let me just play it. Yeah, I don't care. If you haven't ever take a listen to this song, NCT Dream Dive Into You. Oh, the Korean title's Whale. The English title is Dive Into You. Guys, this is a banger. Woo! Are you ready? Let's go! Best, one of the best K-pop song I've heard in my life. I love this song. I actually love this song. Okay, I should stop now. Next submission. What is an underrated song you would recommend? I See You by P1 Harmony. I see you, my baby. Next submission. Has anyone ever told you you're kind of good at the whole singing thing? I don't know, girl. Next submission. My ex texted me today after 4 months of not talking. Yeah, because he's horny. Sorry. Should I be a little bit mean, less mean? Yeah. But it's true. Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong? It is true. Another thing, when your ex or they text you, you need to look at the time. If it's anywhere after 8 p.m. or like, you guys get the idea, then it's just horny. But if it's like 11 a.m. in the morning, then it might be different. Then it might be like this. It might be like they realize they shouldn't have leave you. But I mean, it's too late, but I don't know exactly how to describe it. The reason is different depending on the time of the day. Yeah. Or they're just bored. I guess so. I have to check the time before sending DM to you? What? What are you guys thinking of sending? Jesus Christ. Next submission. Do you prefer nylon string or steel string? I always prefer nylon string. Nylon string. Nylon string is always sort of I like the sound more. Isn't it more? Isn't it nice? There's difference between strings. Yeah, electric or the metal strings have a much brighter sound. And yeah, I only really like never thought that I'd find that one in my life would be so near. And now you're here. I got you, you got me. When it's us, baby, you make me feel complete. You're all I need. Ooh, baby, we can try if you let me take you by the hand. You're the only one who understands. Maybe we can try if you let me take you by the hand. You're the only one who understands. You know, my singing has been getting better, but I don't know if it's a throat condition. My falsetto, I can't sing them well. Maybe I'm hitting puberty. The falsetto condition gets affected by room condition and I've been searching and finding roommates. I think I might live with 2 more guys. Guys, I have so many talks I want to do with you guys. What is it? You know how I was looking for a house? And I was debating whether living by myself or living with a roommate. I ended up choosing with the roommate because the house I could get when I'm by myself is so worse. But if I get a roommate, then I could get a decent house. Here's the thing is that, guys, am I immature? What do you guys think about my social skills? Just be really honest with me. Like, obviously it's not perfect, but in comparison to other people around my age, I don't think I'm mature. But the reason why I'm saying this is I feel like this could have been much worse. Actually, some serious talk. I recently had a argument with a producer. It wasn't an argument. Basically, they got upset at one of my behavior. And I admitted that I'm sorry and I apologized well. And he said, okay, I won't, be mad anymore because you seem to understand what you did wrong. Just make sure it doesn't happen next time. And I said, I'm genuinely sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then here, no, it was partially my fault. But what I thought was, wow, I changed a lot. If I was young, even when I'm apologizing, I think, you know how when people make a bad apology, they add their excuse in there? You know what I'm talking about? It's like, I'm sorry, but that's not what I was trying to do. I'm sorry, but you have to hear me out. And I realized, while I'm, because I haven't had a trouble with someone in a while, I kind of thought, if I'm in the other person's situation, is me making explaining the reason and saying why and but, is this necessary? And I thought, no, it's not. No, it's not. So I, almost for the first time, I think I successfully was able to sort of give a proper apology, like a mature person, instead of trying to, you know how sometimes you get an apology, but you feel like the other person is not actually apologizing because they keep defending themselves. I kind of realized me trying to defend myself doesn't give a good apology. That's not a proper apology. So anyway, I apologized, and then the situation ended up very well. At least I think so. And I thought, the reason why I changed is number one, I stream and I talk with you guys. This interaction helps me a lot. Number two, in the past few years, I lived with different roommates, and naturally, with roommates, you end up fighting with cleanliness. You end up fighting with money. You fight with different things, noise, and every time I fight with roommates, guys, I don't fight with roommates often, but every time I fight, I genuinely learn. You know, I genuinely learn. I genuinely learn how to make a right apology, how to solve conflicts out. You see where I'm coming from? Like, for example, I had a previous roommate who, I'm just going to expose everything. I had a previous roommate who said they'll stay for a certain month, but then these people lie when they come into the house and say they're going to stay a certain month, but then so that they could get the rent, but they know that they have to leave early. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? They say they'll stay until a certain month, and then they'll just leave in the middle because it's none of their business. And not only is that annoying, but I had a person who said, I'm going to leave in the middle of a rent. Can you refund me the day of the month that I'm not going to be here? And I'm like, what? Like what? It's kind of like this. It's kind of like I mean, I understand. It's everyone kind of is not used to the roommate situation. You know how if you're in a room, even if you don't use the room, like for example, you know how when I was in Korea, I still paid for this room's rent. I even paid for the utility, even if I'm not here. I still paid for it. But some people think, I'm not in my house. Why would I pay for my rent? And it's like, I see why they might think that, but that's not the way it works. But when I came across people, I would get really, really mad. I would get really mad. And I had a similar, I shouldn't expose everything, but there was something similar, and it instantaneously triggered me. But I told myself, Hyosang, there's no point of getting mad or anything like that. You know, so the annoying sensation, the anger sort of came out for a second, but then I thought there's no point of this, and then I talked it out, and it always ends up in a better result if you don't talk to people in a hostile manner. So, oh yeah, if I just expose, let me just say, basically the new roommate said they might like leave, and I'm like, you said you'll stay until September, which is the end of the rent. If you leave in the past 1 or 2 months, how are we supposed to find a new roommate when you just leave? You know, by the way, the reason why this happened is because their name is not officially on the document. That's why they could just leave. You see where I'm coming from? Yeah. And the people previous did the same thing too. And you know what makes me think, guys? You guys could say I'm racist, but like, it makes me feel more and more like, I should only have Korean roommates. Because I always get these troubles when it's non-Korean. You see where I'm coming from? But I know that might sound a little bit racist, but I didn't have that issue with that's just irresponsible. No, it just happens a little bit more often with, so how do I say it? Like American people? I don't know exactly how to describe it. In relative to just, yeah. But anyway, I think even that might be a little bit biased. But the conclusion of me saying this is I realized not only for the money, but I should have a roommate. Because having a roommate and going through that, you know, the annoyingness and the disadvantage and the uncomfortable interaction you have with roommates, that actually grows me as a person. It's very crucial. I didn't realize this. So for a life lesson, I actually need to continuously live with someone. In fact, I think I should do that until I either have a full-time job or, even as a musician, or I get married. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? Like constant, what I realize, musicians have terrible social cues and they have no manners. Because why? They tend to stay alone at home and they don't interact a lot. Or streamers, same thing, because they only talk to the stream. And basically, those people who don't have a job, the reason why they lack social abilities because they didn't have a lot of chance to learn those interactions. And I realized for me, since I don't have, outside job, it's very important for me to keep streaming and keep having roommate because those things make me mature as a person over time. It's very, very necessary. Guys, imagine if I lived by myself ever since I was 20. I would have still been the same little bitch that I was when I was 20. But didn't you choose a female roommate with the hoping to room clean? Well, anyway, that didn't happen. um, no, I wasn't stereotyping. Wait, they said this. No, like, hear me out. Like, they said. Guys. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. No, they said when they said I'll be able to. I didn't. No, what? No, no. The kitchen's mine, and yeah, and no. This is false accusation. Yeah, people saying to get anything to get cheap room for rent. Is your preference based on your experience? Are you talking about the ethnicity thing? It actually is. Am I? It's like, is that racial prejudice? Especially with roommates, it's easier if the other person has a similar cultural background as you. Because with food and can I say this? Am I trash if I say this? Now I already mentioned this before, but this stressed me out so much. This is a little bit disgusting, so you can mute the stream for a second. It's actually a disgusting topic. Like, so they told me about this beforehand too, but like, why do I had three so far. I had three in total. Why do Pakistanis or Indian guys, when they use restroom, leave, like, I don't know what it is, like water on the seat? Like, why? And I don't know if this is water or something else. It's like, why? Like, why? Why? No, I think it's so I told them, but it's not. By the way, I'm talking about three different people. I'm not just generalizing with one person. Okay, guys, and here's the thing. I hate the sensation when you sit down and it's. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like the worst possible feeling ever. Yeah. Oh my god. It's like. So, after that, at my home, I don't sit down. I look at it and then I clean it and before sitting down. I'm being serious. Like I'm not even at public, Russ. In the fucking and okay, this is a little bit dirty, but can I keep going? I think all guys should use toilet while sitting down. Why do they need to stand up? Why? Cause it's manly? Okay, then fucking clean then fucking clean whatever the splash all over the place. Yeah. Do you know where I'm coming from? Like, why? Why? Like in my family, we were taught to not do that since child. A lot of the times. You know? No, for me, it's like, okay. If you don't lift the seat, you're just animal. That's like actually animal behavior. That's like, some people are animals, but like that's like not even up for discussion. But I think you should just sit down. And then here's the thing. Okay, I'm getting way too specific, but you cannot pull the excuse of some BS of saying like your thing is too big, because it does not work like that. I'm being serious. Yeah. Just, in my opinion, this is something that I can't publicly talk about, but I genuinely think all guys should. But here's the thing. Can I be honest? Almost no male that I have lived with do this. And I get so annoyed. Like just so I want to have, here's the thing. So next time I have a roommate, this time when I look for an apartment, I want to have my own bathroom. Yeah. I want to have my own bathroom. I'm going to find an apartment where it's 2 bed and the bedroom each have a bathroom. Or like, you guys get the idea. I'm so sorry, guys. I get so annoyed at this kind of stuff. Yeah. It's just so, yeah. Oh yeah, please teach her son. Yeah, please. I don't usually like talking about dirty things. Sometimes my roommate take the shower hair and put it in the toilet and leave it there. Do they not know that there's a chance of clogging the toilet? Like, can I keep trash talking? I had a roommate previously. It was a boy, and you know what he did? He had a fucking foot long 삼겹살, that he didn't end up eating, that's spoiled. And guess what he did? He threw it down the thingy, what is that thing? Zzz, disposer? He had a foot long meat, uncooked. Okay. You know how garbage disposal, guys. I don't know if you guys have used garbage disposal, but you know how maybe cooked meat could get sliced, but you know how uncooked meat doesn't get sliced? You see where I'm coming from, right? Like, it's like a common knowledge, like maybe like few pieces of chicken is fine because they get cutted, but the raw stuff, they don't get cut. He put a foot long thing in there, and this bitch, okay, sorry for cussing, acted like he didn't do anything. So what happened was the apartment, like the downstairs, the water started like, going on the ceiling, and the plumber came in and they detached all the stuff, and then they pulled out this gigantic meat and said, kind of like cussed at us with their eyes. I never seen that thing, and this boy is just standing there like, it's like, like I hate the attitude. No sorry, no nothing, like so, and guess what? Because like I am actually, this is out of my niceness. The fix, the maintenance fix was $100 something, $150 or something like that. Even though he should have paid for all of it, I divided with all the roommates because it's a house maintenance fee. So technically, even if there's some other problem, the reason why we should divide that is because if there's other problems, we can't just try to find someone to blame, or else it'll be too much trouble. So I just said, next time, don't do that. Yeah. No, it's not out of niceness. It's because imagine sometimes next time I do something wrong or someone else does something wrong. It shouldn't be a matter of like who did something wrong. It should just be a matter of how to fix the problem. And can I go further? There was few things in that time when I lived with those roommates where these roommates would get really mad at, like, they would be like, who did this? And I would say, that's not me. And then the other guy would say, not me. Now it makes me think it was this rat. Okay, rat's too nice. It was this animal. This animal lied. So because this animal lied and I actually didn't do it, the other roommate was driving crazy because someone clearly did it, but he doesn't know who's lying. And I thought he was crazy, but later I realized he's the liar. But here's the thing is that there's only 3 people in the house. You see, this is like a mafia game. One of them has to be the mafia. Oh! So, anyway. I don't talk to either of them. I don't know either of them. But I did learn some things from them. I realized in those kind of situations, communication is important. That's something I learned. It's like I really learned. Like I learned because at that time, this person boiled up and then they blew up eventually. And then I saw him and thought, why is he boiling that up? And why didn't he just say it before? But recently, I had a situation where I felt like, why is no one taking trash out beside me? Literally. Okay, can I be mean? Can I be mean? It's like this. Hear me out. I came back from Korea, and no one threw the trash out. So I was thinking, oh, was it really me who was throwing away the trash the whole time? But then I realized, hold up. If I get mad here, I'm just the same as my previous roommate. How easy is it if I communicate? So I just told them, can someone throw the trash out? And they threw the trash out. And I realized, oh my God, I just have to say it. I just have to say it. It's that easy. And I said, oh, can someone clean the bathroom? Like I did last time. And then, how easy. But it's like before I knew it, for some reason, I would just do it by myself and, boil up the anger. Like, why am I always doing this? Why am I always doing this? You could just ask them and they'll do it. Yeah. Because, it's no, here's the thing. The fact that they had to be told, no, there's same things where they had to tell me to do something. Oh, like, can you clean your shoes? Or can you put the shoes in the, what is it? Like, so there's probably other parts where they feel uncomfortable by. So I realized we just need to communicate, because they might have thought the trash can wasn't full. You know what another issue is when you live with roommates? Another thing is, if you have a trash can, some people feel like it's time to throw away at 60%. Some people feel like at 80%. Some people wait until it's full. So I like to throw it away when it's 80%. But if the other person feels like it's full at 100%, then I always ended up throwing away before the other person decide to throw it away. Like I had the same thing where with my previous roommate, he kept throwing away before I thought the trash can was full. So even though I was willing to throw away the trash, it kept disappearing before I thought it was full. But he thought I was never throwing away the trash. You see? So he just had to tell me. Yes. The toilet paper. Another thing I feel is, I kind of feel, guys, here's the thing. There's so many things, especially with roommate. I don't share anything with my roommates. We only share toilet paper. And sometimes it made me think, why is this disappearing so fast? You know, it's like, I don't understand. What? Why are we losing one roll every other day? What is going on? But I didn't really bother, you know. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like I got other things to worry about in my life. I got other things to worry. So because you know why? Because when I was poor, I used to also bring in the sharing common toilet paper for me to use as a tissue. Yeah. So even if someone else is doing it, I understand because I was once like that. Yeah. Now I have separate one, but yes. Wait, why the throwing up emoji? Why? Poor. You know what I thought also? Manner comes from money. When you're poor, you tend to do things more unmanneredly. But if you're financially stable, you don't end up being, yes. This is so TMI. No. Rich people aren't always mannered, but being more financially comfortable allows you to, you know, give up and like, do you see where I'm coming from? You need a relaxation and comfort of mind in order for you to think about helping other person. If you're too busy with your work, if you're too poor, if you're too all that, then it's hard for you to think about spending time to help others. But if you're comfortable, then, you know, it's easier to reach out. Not always, but I generally think it's easier. Like, okay, you're not nice when you're rich, but it's easier to be a nicer person if you're rich than being like, it's harder to be nice when you're poor. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? Do you guys see where I'm coming from? So, yeah. I think that's the reason why my roommate buys the cheap toilet paper, but always use my brother's and mine. I think I don't want to. I get the idea. Ah. And here's the thing, guys. This is what I mean. You know what the benefit of being rich is? Is that when I was poor, I would think about if they use more. You know, in the kitchen, I have a paper towel. Like, oh, can they stop using so much paper towel? Or are they using more paper towel, but I'm paying for that paper towel? But here's the thing, guys. If you're a little bit richer, those paper towels are like barely $1-2. You don't even worry about it. Doesn't matter if they, you know, use more paper towel or not. Like, you don't even worry. It's kind of like, do you get the idea? Imagine if you're so poor, then you get concerned about if your roommate use more electricity or not. But you know, if you're okay with the electricity bill, then you wouldn't care if they, you know, use electricity or not. So in that sense, if you're rich, you could be a little bit more lenient and let things slide. Yeah. Like if my refrigerator is full and I have 10 tangerines and my roommate eats one of them, like sure. But if I have one tangerine and they eat one tangerine, that's a crime, you know? You see where I'm coming from? So that's what I meant by it's easier to be nicer. Either way, they're eating your tangerine, but so anyway. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna live with roommate. I might live with 2 more. 3 roommates total, including myself. I'm excited for the new house. Hopefully they don't hate me. They might hate me because I sing and talk all the time. Alright, cuties. It was fun today. And I'll see you guys. Oh yeah, 3 including me. So 2 other roommates. Just like now. Wait, you have found a new house? I haven't found a new house. I'm securing the roommates first. And then... Alright. 10 minutes? I stayed long today. Alright, cuties. It was fun. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good rest of Saturday. Hope I get contact from the producer. Oh, tomorrow. No, I was just thinking. I was thinking of like before I go tomorrow. I'll probably rate your playlist. I think that's the content I'm gonna do. I probably obviously won't be able to go through everyone's, but I'll probably go through maybe 5 or 7. Yeah, I'll do that. You can make a forum. I think it might be better if we make a forum. And alright, cuties. How many songs? Oh, that doesn't really matter. I'll just scroll and judge and. Oh, there's a forum already. Thank you, kids. Movie night? No, I was just lost in my thought. I think today's stream was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it. I was just thinking about life. I was just thinking about finding new apartment and moving, and producer contacting me, and I think I might go McDonald's and buy ice cream. That's the things I was thinking of. I don't ever eat sweets, but I've been kind of craving it. No, not bad mood. You know how I kept saying I'm pregnant? I've been just craving sweets, and I was thinking maybe after stream I could go get the ice cream. Alright, cuties. See you tomorrow. Bye.